Deal in the future, very good. Not a scam, go buy some Cardano. Don't want us to ride in the streets. Buy that Bitcoin cryptocurrency. Seal in the future, very good. Not a scam, go buy some Cardano. Don't want us to ride in the streets. Buy that Bitcoin cryptocurrency. What's the point of putting your money into it if it's not gonna last? Always ask. There's many competing for world dominance. I believe China has all the cash. Today we're talking about Bitcoin. Today we're talking about Coin. Today we're talking about Chain Coin. If you want to know how much blood, seal in the future, very good. Not a scam, go buy some Cardano. Don't want us to ride in the streets. Buy that Bitcoin cryptocurrency. It came up as a scam of some sort. Token that's trying to change the world. One thing I don't think I mentioned, they'd start with good intentions. Today we're talking about Matic Coin. Today we're talking about Algorand Coin. Today we're talking about Iota Coin. If you want to know how much blood, seal in the future, very good. Not a scam, go buy some Cardano. Don't want us to ride in the streets. Buy that Bitcoin cryptocurrency.
See you in the future, very good.
Subscribe.
Not a scam, go buy some Cardano.
Subscribe.
See you in the future, very good.
Subscribe.
Not a scam, go buy some Cardano.
Is this gonna last? That 10-year mark. In short time, it came up in the cards. Tracking goods from point A to point B. New cycle with cryptocurrencies. Because it's fairly unknown to the majority of people on the planet Earth. Most people barely know what an Ethereum is. Hi, this is Tech Greens Beyonder, where I do predictions of the future. If you'd like me to do prediction for you, let me know in the comments below. Just a reminder, we do lives here on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 5:30 p.m. Central and Saturdays and Sundays at 10 a.m. Central. So make sure you mark down your calendar. Make sure we're asking many questions to the side. I see one question already. So make sure you think of those questions that you want to ask for the day. And if you're wondering, I got my Bean Cash shirt on. Now, this is a cryptocurrency that we had a class on back in the day, about 4 or 5 years ago, when it was fairly new. Now nobody really looks at Bean Cash, but I got the T-shirt. There you go. Maybe you can do a little bit of research on that Bean Cash and how it worked back in the day. Hello, everybody coming into the chat. Let's look at our first item for today. Crypto crash. It's all over the place. It seems that it's the new thing that many of the other YouTubers are doing out there in the YouTube land. And they're saying that there's going to be a crash coming soon in August. So let's have a look at the cards and see what my cards say. Okay. And it's kind of going right in line with what I was saying before, that yes, there is going to be a bit of a crash. The mother of all crashers. in the August, September time at the end of the harvest season. And that's going to be not just cryptocurrencies, that's going to be pretty much everything. Okay. The Federal Reserve today was talking about doing a great pivot. If any, yes, Yvonne's in the house. A great pivot. They're slowing down the flow of money printing. Okay, that this is the idea of it, and then raising interest rates to try to get everything back in working order. But it doesn't seem to be working with doing the stopping of the printing of the money and the raising of the interest rates. It's putting everything down. It's making everything crash. So today they're discussing uh, quickly pivoting in the next little while to start the money printers back on. And this is going to hopefully, well, not hopefully, uh, what they're thinking is going to be bringing everything back up. Okay, so they're going to be printing money until all value of the currency is gone. Okay, so your fiat currency will not have any buying power anymore or purchasing power. And I believe this is probably the reason everybody's going to be going into cryptocurrencies, because it holds its value or its purchasing power much, much better. Okay, so let's have a look at the cards on everything going on. So, just wondering what Marlon was sending to my wife.
Party time.
Party time. You may not see it. It's little horns. Like that. Okay. So let's have a look at the crypto crash. We got Super Whittle Guy in the chat as well. Hello, Super Whittle Guy. Right now we're looking at the crypto crash of August, which is a good thing. Unless you're relying upon the cryptocurrencies that you have to buy something big in that moment in time, like I've been saying all along, buy your cryptos, buy them low, and sit on them for the next couple of months, and you'll be pleasantly surprised what happens after everything goes on, the ups and the downs, and the sideways motion and all that sort of thing. I'm still picking out that it's going to go sideways for the next couple of weeks at least. In August, I think it's going to go down to at least this is the Bitcoin American price, 14,000, probably in that period. And what it does, what are we going to do? We're going to get greedy, right? Because when it starts to climb back up, and it will, oh boy, because now it's going to be gobbling up. Bitcoin has that capability of gobbling up inflation. Okay, it does it very, very well. So when the fiat currency starts to drop, everybody's going to start to go into, well, people are going to get very educated very quickly on how to preserve their finances. Okay, so let's have a look at the cards. It seems that the health of this situation is not as bad as they're saying. It is going to crash, but not as the title above the video is saying, not the mother of all crashes, but it's going to be a crash nonetheless. It's going to be good, really good moments of purchasing. So this may be a good time to hold back some extra cash somewhere. Not financial advice, of course, and wait for it to hit the bottom. I think we're very, very close to the bottom for the Bitcoin price and many of the other cryptocurrency prices that are out there. all the videos I've been watching have been pretty much indicating that all along. So we're pretty darn close to that bottom that everybody's looking for. There's going to be new partnerships that are going to be attached to this. So a lot of the banking industry and many of the financiers are going to be making relationships with the cryptocurrency world in general, all the different companies and all that. The ones that will survive, okay, and there will be some that do survive the purge, I guess it was. And of course, this is also the time when we're going to see many of the cryptocurrencies go bye-bye or be reduced to pretty much nothing. And it's a prediction I made a while back, and maybe a year ago, that in this moment in time, okay, we're going to see cryptocurrencies disappear. Okay, we're going to see cryptocurrency companies and cryptos join forces to keep alive. Okay, and many of the cryptocurrencies, and they'll quickly find useful use cases for them to be accepted in the cryptocurrency world, not just a bunch of baloney that a lot of the cryptocurrencies that are out there are. Okay, they better come up with a very good use case going forward. The health of this sort of thing going forward will be beneficial to anyone that understands markets and cryptocurrencies moving forward. This is the time to start really buckling down and buying your positions in the next couple months. The finances, part of the whole thing, it's going to be not collapsing entirely, the crypto world, but it would be the great time for purchasing those cryptocurrencies. The people that are, a lot of people are going to be running away from the cryptocurrencies because they don't know what Super Whittle Guy just said not that long ago: buy low, sell high. They're going to do the opposite as usual. And we're going to be there to pick up those falling cryptos for our own wallets. And then we're going to be sitting on them and becoming very, very wealthy. Okay, so this is the crypto crash in August. This is basically when it's going to be starting. So buy your cryptos, enjoy the rest of the summer, just sit on it and don't worry. Okay, let's move on to the next thing. Rune coin. Somebody's asking the question about Rune coin. So let's get into that. We got Daisy Chains. Hello, Daisy Chains. Okay, let's have a look at that Rune coin. How's it going to do during the crash and beyond? Okay, so it seems that the health of Rune coin is going to be okay. They're going to be celebrating many of the things because they held back many of the money spending. They were containing their wealth in a different way instead of having overextended their finances and then do all the things that some other cryptocurrencies have done by over leveraging. And I think they're going to be surviving just barely. It does look like the price is going to be not the greatest for the next little while because they are tied to, their thinking is tied to situations that do not work for them, represented by the good old devil card. So, and this is what's going to be bringing them down in the next little while in a bigger way than the rest of the market, but they will survive. And I think there may be some good buying opportunities there for everybody going forward. Past this, I think that particular cryptocurrency is going to go up pretty good, not amazingly, but up quite a bit. And there's going to be some new partnerships and new people coming into this particular cryptocurrency in the next little while. So I do see there's a change of the guard, as it was, for this cryptocurrency moving forward. So Rune coin, not a bad one, not financial advice, of course, but I believe it would be one of the ones that survives and maybe merging with another cryptocurrency. Okay, so let's have a look at the next one. Thank you for that Rune coin question. So DYDX. Not sure what that is, but let's just have a look at it. Yeah, we got nice questions coming up. So, price prediction. I'm only getting a percentage of 20% rise from where it is today. So, overall, DYDX, whatever this is, it seems that the health is okay. It does have this opportunity of going one way or another because something's happening behind the scenes. There's going to be a lot of people leaving the project for whatever reason. And so that's going to be putting them at a loss in the next little while because that affects the price as well. I do think there's going to be a nice upswing, and then something happens and then it collapses again. So, like my friend the Dark, it could be a good trading opportunity for you for the next little while for DYDX. I think it's going to have a nice rise where you can make a little bit of profit, and then it's going to go. Okay, so it may be one of those quick. So it's not I don't think it's a long-term coin, but it could be a good trading coin if you're into that and you have that knowledge. And I think the cards are just showing me that there's going to be a nice rise, which you can trade on, and then it's going to go flat by 30%. Okay, so that was DYDX. And somebody's asking the question of WEMP coin. Never heard of it. I had to look it up, see if it was an actual thing or if I was spelling it correctly. And apparently there is a cryptocurrency with the word WEMP. So who knows these days, right? So, WEMP coin. So, WEMP coin seems there. The health of this crypto is not the greatest. There's a lot of cards that I don't like seeing for this one. We got the Three of Swords. That means something, and the person looking at their goal, and something comes between those. Right next to that, this is the health of this cryptocurrency. Is our good friend sitting up in the bed worrying and freaking out and can't get any sleep. So there's that. And then right next to that is a wonderful card. It's I always call it the card of confusion. People going everywhere. They don't know what they're doing. They think up is down and down is up and left and all that sort of thing. That's what this card represents. So they were charging forward with their cryptocurrency. ready to take on the world, and it got reversed on them. So that's the health of WEMP coin for the next year or so. The price, it's not looking as good as anything else. Of the rest of the reading, there's going to be a lot of things that are coming out of the woodwork about this one that may be not beneficial to anyone and may be more damaging to this cryptocurrency going forward. I don't think it's a long-term hold. It might be short-term trading if you're into that. Yeah, I don't think this one's going to last the test of time. Maybe Dark can let us know later on if it's a good trading coin. It might be, but I don't see any long-term thing for this one. Okay, thank you for that question.
We'll do a 3-card reading for Kylie on her finances.
Okay, so 3-card reading on Kylie. I guess she tuned in before we went live and was on the YouTube thing. So let's have a look. 3-card reading for Kylie on her finances. It seems she has an indecision on where to go next. I think there's going to be somebody that actually puts the right information into the ear. And they're going to be stopping you from making some financial decisions which may not be beneficial to you in the future. So you're going to be hung up on your finances for the next little while, and then you're going to have a moment of clarity coming up very soon. I think most of the things that you have are just fine. I think the new acquisitions that you're looking at, you're a little confused on, but it seems that you're going to be making the right decision in the long term. So do that studying, look up on all the things that you're wanting to purchase, and make those great decisions that you will be making. It just seems that you're a little hung up on many of the things that you're looking at. Okay? I'm just picturing that you're looking at things that don't look the greatest at the moment. And let's face it, the whole financial system, including crypto, doesn't look that great right now. Don't let that hold you back. And if you're having a little bit of trouble on what to invest in next, Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, XRP, if you want, and Bitcoin Cash are good ones to have. Okay? So let's hopefully that helps you out. Let's move on. Will freeze. So, hi, Andre. The cards say major U.S. banks will freeze customer accounts in the fall. I wouldn't put it past them because they're going to be trying to stop everybody from doing a bank run, right? Because if we've been watching the show for any length of time and we've been paying attention to everything that's been going on around the planet, we all know that the whole system is going to be taking a fall. So people will want to do a bank run, right? So it's probably best to do it a little bit now, okay? Put your spare money that you have, and don't keep it in the bank, probably. Not financial advice, but anything that you're not using might be good to put into some cryptos. Okay? But not financial advice. So, let's see are they going to freeze everything? Yeah, it does. it does show they're going to be, when they get panicked, they're going to be starting to freeze people's accounts, not only in the U.S., but around the planet. You have to remember, it's not just the U.S. that are going to be doing interesting things to our money. It's going to be worldwide because, right, this thing coming up soon is a worldwide problem, not just a U.S. problem. And they're going to be doing a bunch of tall tales on why you should keep your money in the bank because they don't want a bank run. Okay, so it could be going back to the first thing we were talking about, the Federal Reserve pivoting, okay, on what they're doing. That's another. Are they going to pivot? They're saying they're going to pivot, but will that? It does look like they are going to pivot because they have no other choice, and this is going to be bringing down the system as we know it. And everybody's going to be panicking and taking their money out of the banks, and basically a bank run. So not to panic you, but it's good to prepare as soon as you can. Okay? Keep the fast money, like the stuff you use to pay your bills, in the bank. Anything extra might be a good idea to put in some Bitcoin or something. Okay? Thank you for that question. Algorand. I'm having a card malfunction here.
Did you box them?
Huh?
Did you box them?
No, I almost spilled them all over the floor. Kind of not as fun as the Janet Jackson malfunction, but if we all remember those days. So they got a 30-second delay on everything these days. It's because of that. Let's look at Algorand. Yes, calm down. The wife says calm down.
He's asked it like 5 times.
Oh, okay. That's okay. It's good to get excited. Just, we'll get to you. Don't worry. Algorand, let's have a look at that cryptocurrency moving forward. It seems that the health is going to be quite shaky. They're going through a tiptoeing situation through regulations and stuff. A lot of the things that they were looking at, they've switched their opinion on it and things. Instead of looking at all the negative things that were going on around them, they're going to hopefully start to look at more of the positive things, and it's going to be the end of a cycle coming up for them very soon. Here's our Ten of Swords friend. He looks comfortable, don't he? Tens are always the end of cycles, so all the pain and suffering and all that sort of thing, I guess that they were going through some court thing or something like that, like most of the cryptocurrencies that are out there. Okay, so it's the end of the cycle, and at the very end of the line of cards, we have the Judgment card. Judgment is, you're the chosen one, basically. So by the time they go through all that baloney from the regulators and stuff, they're going to be golden. So it's probably why the price has been down quite a bit for Algorand itself. But once they go through that regulation, then that part of their growth, they're going to be golden. For the price, let's see what that price does. I think emotionally, people are going to be very stressed out about most of the cryptocurrencies around the planet not doing the right thing by doing the opposite of what you think. And instead of doing those knee-jerk reactions, do the opposite, right? When it's low, buy. When it's high, sell. Basic as that. And I think a lot of people are going to be not looking towards this one for the next little while, even though they went through all this court stuff. That's probably behind the scenes. I think they're going to be surviving just barely, and they may pair up with something else just to keep alive. And we're going to see a lot of cryptocurrencies doing that in the next little while, but it will survive in some form. Okay. And there's going to be a change of people. There's a 10 card. So it's the end of a cycle. Whatever they were doing recently, they're going to be changing out the people in the next little while. And that's going to be causing some turmoil as well with that cryptocurrency. They'll be alive, but they're going to go through a long, rough period. Okay? Thank you for that question. Hi, Andre. Will Chainlink do well by the end of this year? I sure hope so. It's one of my coin picks. I think they'll be fine. Not much talk on them in the last little while. A lot of these cryptocurrencies, especially on YouTube, they come out and they're big and they're talked about everywhere, and then after a while nobody talks about them. Even now they're still doing things in the background. Probably nothing newsworthy, so people kind of forget about them after a while. Okay. So let's have a look. They're changing their direction. They figured it out. The first card that is very interesting in the line is Judgment. It's basically, you are the chosen one, because they're going to be stopping thinking in ways that do not benefit them in the future. So they're going to be doing a little bit of an about face on their thinking and planning with this cryptocurrency moving forward, and making it more viable for the cryptocurrency verse, being the oracle, that cryptocurrency. But after that, there's going to be some turmoil with that cryptocurrency as they make that change. Every time you make some change, big one or little one, it causes havoc, and people do what people do. It's not that good anymore. Smart people are going to be, they're making a change. The price is coming down low. Right? What do? And the financial part, I think, is going to be turning around for them. And there's going to be a lot of hurdles in front of the price. Okay? And that's usually what people are mostly interested in. We got the Three of Swords. That's you, your goal, and something coming between those. Everybody's going to be memorizing that card soon. They'll see a Three of Swords. It's you, the goal, and something coming between those. Because I've said it so often. It seems that the price is going to be because of all the changes going on, and that panics people, and they kind of get out of the market for the next little while. It will survive. It's just going to be a bit of a rough patch for them as they go through the transition. There's going to be some new people coming into the fray and different viewpoint of everything going forward. So Chainlink will survive. It's just going to go through some major changes, which spooks everybody. So I think there may be some good purchasing moments in the near future. Okay. Thank you for that question.
Jose's question.
What's that?
That's Jose's question.
Jose. Okay. Can you look for lovely Inu finance? Is that the name of it?
Lovely Inu?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an Indian coin.
Oh, okay. Now, first of all, it has that Inu in the name. It's usually they're trying to capitalize on a popular coin, which usually tells they're trying to scam people sometimes or capitalize on it, right? Always be careful of that. There's only one Shiba Inu, right? Okay. So if this is a fairly new coin, it's probably not one to get into. Okay. Just showing me by the health line, it's the magician. That's smoke and mirrors. It's we look good and big and everything, but we're really okay. And right next to that is we got the devil card. So I think it's more for the people that are thinking of the Inu part of the name, that it's connected with Shiba Inu. And it's these people that are trying to capitalize on that name. Okay. And we also have the tower. Okay. Kind of tells you everything going on with this cryptocurrency. So for this one, I would stay away from that. Okay. It smells fishy. Okay. Thank you for the question. Ooh, what's the highest dollar amount? You want it low. Well, Marlon wants it low. He wants to buy those 32 ETH so he can have a node. Okay. What's the highest can it reach? I have to think in American cash here. What is it in American right at the moment? I know it's like 13 something. In Canadian.
$1,042.
1022?
42?
42?
Yeah, US.
1042? 1042. Okay, American. I just get $800 American. Okay. So that may be the indicator that somebody is looking for, or he's just thinking about it really hard, and I'm picking up on that price. It's a good possibility in August that it's probably going to be getting to that price point. What's the highest it's going to get in 2022? Probably, let's just do automatic talking, 4,000. Okay. I just spit it out. Don't need the cards for that. Sometimes that's the best way of giving a prediction is you don't really need this. This is only a tool. Whatever comes out without thinking, it's usually correct. Okay, so a lesson for everybody out there. So about, I said 4,000, we'll stick with that. Okay, thank you for that question. Finally got a place to live in Portugal from September. Will establish myself in Portugal, especially for tax purposes. Cool.
It says question. There's a question there.
There's a
Will establish myself in Portugal? There's a question. There's a question.
oh, will you establish your? Okay.
question.
Okay. It's okay. Okay, we'll do a 3-card thing. It's going to be a lot tougher than you realize. You may be getting a place there and all that sort of thing. I think the time period in September may be a bit more turmoil than you were hoping for. So it's going to be very difficult for you to establish yourself there because of all the things going on. I'm not saying that you shouldn't go there. It's going to be a little harder than you had expected. And we got that double card. So you're kind of tied to things that may not work in certain situations. So just be open to other ideas that come to you. Okay, that may not be the norm. And in that way, you will be able to establish yourself in Portugal. Yeah, you're going to have to think outside of the box to really establish yourself there. Okay, hopefully that helps you out. Super Whittle Guy, I'm curious which exchange will gobble up Coinbase. It's definitely coming. It's one of the ones that may survive, but will be merging with somebody else. Probably Binance. Or maybe partition to a whole bunch of other things. I did a reading a while back that there's only going to be 4 or 5 exchanges, which the government likes. Okay. And I think Coinbase was one of them. So they may get a bailout by somebody. Or they're going to be going along with Binance. Okay. Thank you for that. Will my Binance crypto invested as savings be okay this year? So you have it on their exchange? Okay. I'm assuming that's what you mean. Never ever leave your cryptocurrencies on an exchange. Always put it onto a hot wallet or a Trezor or something along those lines, just to keep yourself safer. Even though they are fine financially and all that sort of thing, there's a couple different kinds of exchanges. Ones that have been hacked and ones that will be hacked. Okay, so it's a good place, but I wouldn't rely upon them to keep everything safe. Things happen. Okay, so put it on a hot wallet, like Exodus at least, or a Trezor. Okay, so I'm picking up that they may have some difficulties in the next little while. Okay, hopefully that answers your question. Will crypto be safe on PayPal? Mostly. Again, they're kind of acting as an exchange. Even though PayPal has been around for quite some time and I use it myself, I'm not sure how they in the States they have the crypto portion of the PayPal. I'm not sure how they set that up. Probably it's like some type of exchange or swap system, kind of like what was the name of that? Fox Shift. something like that. It had the fox as their symbol. Ooh. Woohoo. Never ever leave your money on an exchange or PayPal. Your cryptos. Your money should be fine because it's insured. That first card. So some great changes going to be happening to PayPal and their system. And there's some nefarious thing going on behind the scenes. There's some nefarious partnership. And we got the Three of Swords, right? So something coming. I don't think it's them themselves doing it. I think somebody's going to be hacking that portion of that PayPal part. Okay, so it's probably segmented into different parts on their platform. And probably that part of the platform is not as secure as the regular money portion. Okay? Shapeshift. That's the name. Somebody was saying MetaMask, but Shapeshift. That used to be part of Exodus wallet and part of Trezor back in the day, where you could swap out your coins right on the wallet without going to an exchange. Okay, so if you have crypto, I think they have the ability of taking your cryptocurrencies off PayPal now, so I would do so. Okay, thank you for that question. Can I read Iota? Sure can.
I don't know if this is part of that question. Same question.
Does
that make sense? No?
I've heard of ISO 20022 coins. I'm not exactly sure of what they are. Go back to the first question.
Okay.
So, Iota. The health of it's going to be a little shaky for the next little while. There's going to be a lot of things that are not nice coming out of the woodwork, information coming out about them, and it's going to be affecting the price in the next little while. Price-wise, I think they're going to do just well, but it's not going to start off that way. They're going to have to go through this whole thing of changing their way of doing things in the future to stay relevant. Okay? And that's going to be causing a bunch of ups and downs as they go through that change. We're going to see a lot of cryptocurrencies changing their direction to stay relevant in the new market, because Bitcoin did that layer 2 thing not that long ago. So making a lot of cryptocurrencies obsolete. So everybody is in this changing gears and staying relevant. And this is part of the reason a lot of cryptocurrencies are going to go bye-bye, because they can't keep up with the Bitcoin protocols that they brought out. Iota is no different than that. I think by changing their way, it's going to be causing the price to go down quite a bit. But I think they're going to be doing okay when they partner up with somebody else. Okay? So still not bad. It's just, again, rough times for many cryptocurrencies as they prepare themselves to be part of the few. Okay? And they'll carry on in some form. Okay? Thank you for that question. I'm not sure what that is exactly. But let's throw some cards down for it. I've heard the term. I can't remember exactly what it is. Many of those coins, I think, are going to be falling flat on their face moving forward. There's only going to be 4 or 5 of them that survive the entire process of moving into the new period of time that we're looking at. But they're going to really take a bunch of lumps along the way. Okay? So hopefully that answers your question on that. Thank you. September, 3-card reading. It's going to be up. It's going to be down. It's going to be up. It's going to be down. Right now, I'm least concerned about those prices. I'm more concerned on when it goes down in August, like the title says, to get more. Okay? Because we all know it's going to go up quite a bit. Like I was talking to my friend at work, I go, has Bitcoin ever gone down before? He goes, yes. Has Bitcoin ever gone up before? Yes. It's down now. Do you think it's going to go up again? Yeah. So buy low, sell high, right? That's all we really need to know. It's everything simplified. I do believe the price is going to be quite high in after September. I think it's still going to be quite low in September, August, September, going into Christmas. Okay. So there's going to be some good buying opportunities for everybody out there for that low price until that Christmas season. Okay. Hopefully that answers your question. Waves. Wow. I haven't heard of that in a long time. It's I think a Russian coin. Not a Russian coin. For those who don't know, Waves is a cryptocurrency that's Ethereum Lite. And it's a platform where you can make your own cryptocurrencies on top of their blockchain. The last time I've heard of Waves, it was the Russians made a Whopper coin for a Russian Burger King. And you could collect points or Whopper coins when you go buy a Whopper. And you save them until you have enough for a Whopper. Okay? Okay. Waves. I haven't heard of that in the dog's age. Going beyond Whopper coins, I think that it's kind of a dead coin at the moment. Not many people talking about it. It's not really in use unless you're making your own cryptocurrency, which you can do on top of their block. And it's supposed to be really easy, apparently. For them, I don't think they're going to be surviving that much longer because of people not using it that often and kind of being out of the public eye. And the price is going to be matching that for the next little while. and people are going to be drawing their attention to other things. It will survive in some form, like what's that coin? Potcoin, if you remember back in the day. It's still sitting there. The platform, the website is still there, but nobody uses it anymore. It's going to be in that situation. It's there, but nobody really goes there anymore. Okay? Hopefully that answers your question. Do we both use crystals? Yes. And I haven't really, for a long time, I used to be a crystal nut. Okay? I'd have crystals all over the place. Crystals are a great way of protecting yourself and using them in your work. Okay? Well, my work. Anyways, and there's tons and tons of different crystals that have different effects. Okay? The crystals themselves do not have power, they have a wavelength which you can put your energies into to cause an effect. Okay? Maybe I'll talk about crystals someday in a future show. They're very beneficial to psychics and mediums and regular folks too. So maybe I'll do a little segment on crystals themselves. Thank you for that question. The wife likes crystals a lot.
Lots of crystals.
She has lots of crystals. She has them all over the place. Hi, a psychic has stated Doge 5 US cents equals lowest. Do you agree? Okay. I think it might even get lower. 3 to 4 cents. I think people are kind of off of the Doge thing for the next little while because they're focused on other things, of course. Mostly Shiba Inu. But I think Doge will carry on and move forward with the rest of the market. Doge is not a bad cryptocurrency to get into. It's not a really great way of becoming rich unless you got a ton of it, which I know a few people that are almost millionaires because they have so much Doge. Back when it was a nothing, a joke coin, it's still kind of joke coin, but the only way they got so much Doge is it was a byproduct of mining Bitcoin. You mine your Bitcoin and you can get Doge on the side. And that's how basically Doge works. Or you can Litecoin, you can mine that, and on the side you can get your Dogecoin. It goes through that mining process with Bitcoin. So when Elon Musk was saying that it's more environmentally friendly, I don't think he realizes the only way you can make Doge is by mining other cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, and many others. So he's incorrect on that. So yes, he is correct on the 5 cents. Okay? I do agree. Thank you.
Want a 3 card?
Sure.
And you got? Okay, 1 second. Scarosi.
Scarosi.
Last one.
Last one?
Yeah.
Oh, Rosie.
Rosie.
Rosie. Hi, Rosie. A chat could... Oh, cat. I'm assuming that means cat. Could I get a 3-card reading, please? Are you guys talking about crystals?
Yeah.
Looking on the side panel here. All the chat is about crystals. Okay, no problem. It's good. Fluoride. That's a great one to get into. Was my wife talking about that?
Yeah.
Fluoride. Anyways.
Okay.
3-card reading for Rose. It seems that you may need that fluoride for a little bit. Some goal that you have that you have all the knowledge. Okay, you are very wise on this thing that you're trying to work towards. But there's that Trio of Swords again. I do shuffle these. So it's coming between you and your goal. So, and it's more of a financial thing, I believe. I think there's going to be some roadblocks coming into play with your financial plan. There's a situation where you can think your way around that situation. Don't be so rigid in your thinking, and you can get that goal, but the way that you're going about it may not be beneficial to you at this time. So you're going to have to be a little bit more fluid in your thinking to achieve that goal. Okay? Awesome. So hopefully that helps you out. What's that? Apache tier.
That's good.
Apache tiers are good. They're good for protecting you from negative energies that are around you. I don't know if any of you have negative energies around you. Maybe put the price. We're going to have a Apache tier shortage or something because you want all the protection, right? Okay. So thank you for everybody for coming out. Thank you for enjoying my Bean Cash shirt. I got it out of the closet. It fit. So always grateful for everybody coming out. It makes a great show. Just a reminder that we do lives here on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 5:30 p.m. Central and Saturdays and Sundays at 10 a.m. Central. So make sure you mark down your calendar. And if you like a personal reading with me, make sure you go to secondreadingsbyandre.com where all that information is there. If you like to protect your cryptocurrencies in the best possible way, not on an exchange, maybe a hot wallet, but make sure you go to the secondreadingsbyandre.com where we have the link for the Trezor, okay, which is probably the most super way of protecting your cryptos in these uncrazy days that we're living with, and you're holding up your Apache tier to protect you from everything going on right now. Okay. I think that's all the announcements. Make sure you like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the future.